Jay Williams.
Ed, you continue to surprise me, my man. I didn't know you knew about the Queen City.
All I know is you're the king in that town, in the Garden State.
Well, we're going to find out who the king is on the court this evening.
Won by the Wizards. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Russell Westbrook at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. A three-point play right at the start, and it's 3-0. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Robin Lopez snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
The pass taken away by the Clippers. Cousins to Beverly. Almost, and he's not getting the call. The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Leonard, that is great vision to set it up. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. Westbrook to Beal. Count it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Beverly into the front court. Down 5. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Leonard to Marcus Morris. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. George, well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Bradley Beal, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Beverly to Paul George. Robin Lopez sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun.
To Westbrook. To Beal. Off the assist. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
George up against Beal. From the painted area, won't go down. Beal, down low Bell. Gets to the basket and scores.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
George short jumper stays out.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Fakes, drives to the rim, and scores. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Paul George to Marcus Morris. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Another follow. No good. And the basket good at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
George to Cousins. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Beal, tough matchup against George. Bradley Beal, that's now 4. He hasn't missed.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Leonard, that's usually one that he'll knock down.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
And he finishes at the rim.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Not done, and a put-back slam. That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards. New personnel on the floor for Doc Rivers. First quarter in the books. The Wizards way out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Clippers have the basketball. To Cousins. Sizing up the defense. Here comes the screen. To Luke Kennard. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okey-doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Is Smith. And the finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Here's Rondo with it. Trailing by 15. To Batum. DeMarcus Cousins. 3 for 3 in this first half.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Into the front court comes Rondo. Down by 15. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. To Smith. DeMarcus Cousins swats it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Beyond the arc for three. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
DeMarcus Cousins. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Ish Smith. Oh, Neto in a matchup with Boogie. Kicks it around the perimeter. Top of the key to Smith. For three. Cleared by Ibaka. Rondo with the basketball. His guys currently down by 13. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Luke Kennard trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. That shaves the deficit down to 10. It's Washington with the basketball. To the rim, lays it up and in.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Ish Smith. Here's a chance from long range. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Ish Smith against Cousins. Bell. You practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Marcus Morris. Batum. Takes stock of the floor. Oh, defender pulls the chair. Great dish to set it up. Ish Smith. 2 of 4 now.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Rondo into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7. Because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Nothing going here on that drive. Ish Smith. Down low Bell. Five on the shot clock. Fires the three. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, ferocious slam inside. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Smith on the drive, but his shot won't fall.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here comes the screen. Time expires to end the first half. The Wizards out in front.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Wizards are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scores for the Washington Wizards. The Clippers are in need of some changes at the half. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Field goals.
The Los Angeles Clippers definitely wouldn't mind having their opponent's field goal percentage. Unlike them, it's been 4 shots and poor effort. It was not a great half. The shooting was certainly worse in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
Bradley Beal most definitely deserves to be player of the half for the way he distributed the ball. It was an excellent display of court vision and solid passing.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Beverly into the front court. The deficit is 6. Kennard to Cousins. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
DeMarcus Cousins has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 73%. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
Ish Smith to Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Cousins, defended by Len. To Marcus Morris. Cousins. Alex Len pins it. That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards. And Cousins is fouled. Boogie going to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
DeMarcus Cousins, a couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. Knocks down the first. the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip to Smith. Russell Westbrook against Cousins. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Alex Len tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And the bucket's good for DeMarcus.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Working the outside to Smith. 4-3. Can't connect. Cousins against the Ukrainian Len. To Beverly. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Westbrook across the timeline. Leads 3. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Russell Westbrook at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. To Beverly. Off the assist.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of it.
Beal to Westbrook. Here comes the screen. That's no good. And a putback slam.
And I'm telling you right now, there's always going to be a home for a player in this league for a guy who does the cleanup work around the rim like that.
LA Clippers with the basketball to Marcus Morris. Probing the defense. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Beal. Drove the lane and finished strong at the hoop on that one.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Leonard to Cousins. To George. LA with 4 to shoot. PG lets it fly. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Washington basketball. Beal against George. Serge Ibaka rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Paul George, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Beal against Paul George. Curling inside. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
George sizing up Beal. Has a look. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Beal. To Smith. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Not that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Here comes the screen. Rebound hauled in by Cousins. Third quarter comes to an end. Wizards have the lead. The Wizards in control of the basketball as we start the fourth. And you have to figure they like this spot they're in. Entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the fourth quarter with, more important.
Beverly into the front court. His group now down 2. Serge Ibaka slams it down. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Russell Westbrook trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. It's LA Clippers ball. Paul George. Down low to Cousins. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Westbrook. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Russell Westbrook at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Clippers have the basketball. They'll get it down to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
The pass set it all up.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
Beverly to Cousins. Russell Westbrook sends it away.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired, they're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Patrick Beverly trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Russell Westbrook at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. George to Beverly. Patrick Beverly. He's 3 for 7.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Navigating through traffic. Can't connect from in close.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Russell Westbrook against Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. And a nice finish at the rim.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Paul George, 4-2. Paul George, now 4 for 9.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level? But that jumper's wet, too.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Knocked loose. Oh, a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Westbrook. To Beal. To Westbrook. And he'll head to the line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First free throw is good.
Good shot, bro. Take your time. Take your time. We got it.
Able to convert on both free throws. LA Clippers with the basketball. Knocked loose. Beverly. And Cousins throwing it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. All lined up and ready for the jump. Beal against Paul George. To Westbrook. Fight to shoot for Washington. Beal buries it on the catch and shoot.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
Beverly into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Knocked loose. Driving right to the basket. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Wizards have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Timeout called here by the Clippers. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Leonard to Beverly. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. To Leonard. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards. George. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Paul George trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw's good. He completes the three-point play. And this game is tied. Whistle stops play. Timeout for Washington as they dig into their bag of tricks trying to draw up the game winner. No time left on this period. This game is all tied up. Overtime begins, and away we go. Westbrook. Lets it fly from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Russell Westbrook against Paul George. Paul George with the block. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. To Cousins. Beverly. Over to the right side. Here's Leonard for two. Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 6 now.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, or the ones that refuse to be screened.
Stuffs it down with authority.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
It's LA Clippers ball. And Jay, they call the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Leonard, down low George. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Westbrook with the basketball. They trail by 2. The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Stuffs it down with authority. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
To Leonard. Curling inside. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Wizards at the controls. Ish Smith matched up with Paul George. Bell to Westbrook. Oh, he had him there for a second. Westbrook. Active hands to stay with it. We'll get a jump. Substitution being made in this one. Cruises inside for 2.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. Beal against George. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
To Cousins. Oh, defender pulling the chair. To Beal. Russell Westbrook sizing up Cousins. Runner's good there.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Clippers have the basketball. George sizing up Beal. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
To Beal. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Bradley Beal has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 79% at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard to Marcus Morris. Paul George to Marcus Morris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Beal, the pass taken away by the Clippers. Short jumper and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Now the Wizards going to take the timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Westbrook to Beal. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Leonard to Beverly. Here comes the screen. Strong finisher, Paul George.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
And count the basket inside.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same wavelength here in this fourth quarter of play. To Paul George. Beverly to Leonard. Good. Off a spin. Now they get the intentional foul. He's going to have to earn it at the line. 2 huge free throws in a one-point game. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Timeout called here by the Clippers. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a 3.
Refrain from any flash pornography during the game. Thank you for your cooperation.
A 3 for double OT. The Wizards are the winners. They had to go to overtime, but they come out with the 3-point victory. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey, everyone. It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Wizards needed extra minutes to get the victory. It was a remarkable game for the way it ended, but it was also a terrific game overall. I'm glad to have been a part of it. Check out the leading scores for the Washington Wizards. The Clippers just couldn't close this one out. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Assists.
The teams in this matchup did a great job of moving the ball and keeping the game flowing. It was the sort of action fans love to see, and I definitely enjoyed it myself. The unselfish play made for a great game.
Player of the game.
Russell Westbrook seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again. He kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.